So the Prime Minister launched his 3-tier lockdown system across the country and effectively locking down many cities in the Northeast, including Liverpool, and really shutting down the hospitality sector, which is one of the lifebloods of this entire country. 120 billion pound industry, 4.5 million workers, and yet the numbers show, the Public Health England numbers show, that only 3.3% of COVID transmissions is happening in these venues. These venues were built to keep things clean, to keep your food clean, to keep things sanitary, and yet the government is shutting these sectors down without any science to back it up. And the CEBR, one of the think tanks for the government, has now predicted 1.5 million jobs will be lost before Christmas. Let me say that again. 1.5 million jobs lost before Christmas. Some of them are never coming back. Never coming back. Now, we have the new job retention scheme by our chancellor, but that is only expected to save 500,000 of those jobs. Again, it's paying people only 2/3 of their wages if their pub or cafe is shut down because of this new triple-tier lockdown system, leaving 1 million jobs lost by Christmas. 1 million jobs lost by Christmas, which, again, they're not coming back. We are literally watching our economy being decimated in front of us by this current crop of career politicians that are making a disproportionate response to the virus. Nothing is based in science, and there is obviously a complete lack of leadership. Now, I must salute the mayors to the north, the mayors of Liverpool and Manchester and Sheffield, who are threatening legal action against the government because they can see their economies being decimated. And yet what is happening here in London with our mayor of 9 million of our great citizens in this great, great city? What's happening here? He says a lockdown is inevitable, quote unquote inevitable, and we are at a tipping point. Well, if you actually look at the numbers, the R number here, which shows whether the virus is growing or contracting, is less than 1 in London. So for a politician to say a lockdown is inevitable means that he can predict the future. He can see the science when we can't. Either that or his policies are not based in science. They're not based on a proportional response. They're based on some other agenda that's not about getting you and me back to work. It's not about saving our elderly. It's not about getting our kids in school. It's not about saving small businesses. It's some other mayor agenda that we don't know about, because it's obviously not based on the science, because he's saying it's inevitable. Nothing's inevitable. We should be reacting based on the science and a proportionate response to this virus. I'm telling you, this city is slowly dying. If you look at these offices, only 13% of the people are in there. Small businesses are literally going bankrupt every single day, never to return. And now we're forecasting even more lockdowns that aren't based in science. They're going to crush us anymore. I am at my wit's end here. I see no leadership in this country. I see no leadership in this city. And yet I get emails and direct messages from you every single day saying, Brian, I'm dying here. My business is dying. What's going on? None of these things make sense. It's not based in science. There really are solutions on how we can get people back to work. I've spoken to people in the theater industry, the hospitality industry, the taxi industry, former police officers. They all give me solutions, and yet this current crop of politicians isn't listening. I am frustrated. We need new leadership. We need to take this country in a new direction. We need to put London first. And that's why I keep making these videos, and I'm going to keep talking about this stuff until we can find someone that's going to make a difference. So please leave me your comments below. Share this video if it resonated with you, and let's get the word out. Let's tell our politicians we're not going to accept this, and we need a new direction going forward. Thank you very much.